This is News 25 with Deanna O'Donnell. News 25, local news you can count on. News is brought to you by J.K. Nelson Law. Call 727-9900 today for your free consultation. If you need a lawyer, you need Nelson.
Welcome to News 25. I'm Deanna O'Donnell. It's Tuesday, October 19th. Well, here's an update on a court case involving Eric Daly. Back in April, you may remember of this year, Daly was accused of running into a Nye County Sheriff's Office patrol vehicle while a deputy tried to take Daly into custody. For more on this case, here's Matthew Davis.
How would you like to plead to the charge in 21-0149 of resisting public officer with dangerous weapon, a Category B felon?
Guilty, Your Honor.
And in case number 21-0157, possession of a controlled substance in violation of Nevada Revised Statute 453.336, a Category E felony. How do you plead?
Guilty, Your Honor.
A few days ago, Eric Daly pled guilty to resisting an officer in possession of a controlled substance. In exchange for his guilty plea, Daly was ordered to complete a drug treatment program prior to his sentencing date, which is scheduled for December 17th. This is stemming from an incident that occurred in April of this year. Daly was charged with eluding arrest, injuring a deputy, and ramming his vehicle into a patrol car in the parking lot of a local CVS pharmacy. He was also facing charges of possession of a controlled substance. Daly was able to evade law enforcement until his capture in July, where he has been in the custody of the Nye County Sheriff's Office ever since.
Thanks so much, Matthew. Well, Nye County District Attorney Chris Arabia meets with local veterans Monday night at the Bob Roode Community Center here in Pahrump. He talked about what he's done as district attorney and answered questions from those in attendance.
I had a chance to just tell people a little bit about what we've been doing since I've been in office and what some of the challenges have been and some of the successes and what we're hoping to do in the future. And so it's always nice to come out and speak to a group, especially a veterans group, and that's been accomplished. So I think it went well. A lot of people ask questions and a lot of them are good questions.
Yeah.
And so I'm always happy to try to answer them, and I'm pretty transparent about why I do things and you know, my thought process on certain decisions. So I'm always happy to talk about that. And I think that the way we're doing things and the philosophy that we're using is a really good one, and so I'm always happy to talk about that.
I thought it went quite well. I wish we'd had more veterans out here. We did try and advertise as much as possible, and I believe it was also on the marquee, so we should have had a room full of veterans asking questions. They asked about certain cases, certain things that they wondered why the district attorney's office was doing it this way or that way. We asked about the grand jury, and he mentioned a lot about the grand jury. And we also asked about jury trials. And we've only had one since the pandemic. And in the past, he said they had 5 in a year, and now we've only had 1. So those things will be picking up as things ease up for us.
You know, people who have actually put themselves on the line for the country have a special interest in how it's governed and how citizens are treated and whatnot, and that's certainly something that you have to respect.
Chris has done a great job for Nye County and for Pahrump, so I like him, I trust him. I've had several personal conversations with him about other things for veterans, and he's very responsive to veteran issues.
Arabia is available to speak to local groups and organizations. For more information, you can contact him directly at 775-277-1285. And if he doesn't answer, he invites you to send a text message and he will get back to you. A local nonprofit is teaming up with a worthwhile organization that is raising funds for the professional firefighters of Nevada to build a memorial for fallen firefighters.
It's time to summon up your courage and face your fears and phobias in this haunted house. We're talking about the Halloween extravaganza event that took place this past weekend at Ava Specialty Pharmacy in Las Vegas. The pharmacy has a nonprofit division called Ava Angels, and this is their second annual Halloween event. We had an opportunity to talk with Haley Scarborough of Ava Specialty Pharmacy, and she took some time to tell us more about the efforts of Ava Angels and how they're giving back to the community.
So Ava Angels is the nonprofit for our sister company, which is Ava Specialty Pharmacy, and we are trying really hard to build community partners, to find solid partnerships where we can truly do better for the community, and we see that every day. We picked the Firefighter Foundation this year to help sponsor them, so this event is for them. It's completely free to the community. We're just asking for donations that go to the Firefighters Burn Foundation. It goes to the cadets as well, and so we are just really trying our best to put a good carbon footprint on the community.
And as you can see from these lines, this was the main attraction at this event.
We have a 2,800 square foot haunted house, 13 rooms. Each room is a different phobia. We have a bouncy slide for the children. We have a costume contest. We have a raffle. We're raffling out TVs. We have a few different carnival games, and then we have some food trucks. All of it is all donation based, so we're really just here to help out. If there's any nonprofits out there or anyone that is in need of assistance, please reach out to us. We're happy to help. Ava Angels, AEVAangels.org, or our phone number for the pharmacy, which you could get to one of us, 702-558-2382.
Lots of fun. Well, when we return from this break, we'll show you a new business that opened up in town.
News 25. Local news you can count on. News is brought to you by Gunny's Air Conditioning and Heating. New service and repair. Call Gunny's 775-727-6800.
Welcome back. There's some great news for individuals that have an interest in knitting, crocheting, and sewing. Here's more on a recent ribbon cutting ceremony.
It's time to cut that ribbon!
Grab your crochet hooks and knitting needles. It's time to celebrate the grand opening of Purple Tulip Quilts and More here in Pahrump. This has been a nearly 20-year ambition for Jody Levitt to open up her first store. This is what she had to say on finally getting the doors open to her retail establishment.
I've been wanting to have my own shop, my own store, since before I met my husband, so probably the last 20 years or so. And then my kids get to see the fact that Mom can do things and Mom can fill her dreams besides being just a mom or whatever people want to say, that I can do more. Biggest thing was finding a place and then hoping that people would want what I have and want to, come in and shop and actually stop by. Our address is 1971 Pahrump Valley Boulevard. Suite C is in cat. And our phone number is 775-990-1341. You can find me online at purpletulipquiltsandmore.com. I am here Monday through Saturday, 10 to 7. And classes are only $10, and bring your supplies, get them from me, buy them somewhere else, it's all right. Just come in and see me.
Thanks so much, Matt, and congratulations to Jody. Well, if you've noticed you're still dealing with lingering headaches after contracting COVID-19, you're not alone. A headache specialist with Cleveland Clinic says it's a problem for many people.
When it comes to headaches, there has been also recent data, and there was actually an interesting study that looked at long-term neurologic complications following a COVID infection. And headache tends to be one of the most common long-term complications that we see after COVID.
Dr. Ahmad Estamalik says research is still being done to try to understand why that is. However, they do know that the types of headaches vary from person to person. For example, someone who may have had migraines previously and then contracted COVID may have more severe migraines after. When it comes to treatment, there are different options available, including prescription medications, Botox injections, and therapy. Dr. Estamalik says this kind of COVID long hauler symptom is just another reason why it's important to get vaccinated.
Vaccination is, a great tool, and we already know about it in not just reducing your chance of getting the infection, but it has an incredible effect of reducing, any serious illness and long hauler symptoms, even if you were to catch, COVID down the line.
Dr. Estamalik says if you feel like your headaches aren't going away after recovering from COVID, you should talk to a specialist about treatment.
All right, we'll have your sports on the other side of this break.
You're watching News 25, brought to you by Mountain West Lawyer, Injury Attorneys, 727-9500. News 25, local news you can count on.
All right, well, it's Tuesday, and that means sports. Here's Doug Ferber with all that's happening in our own backyard.
Hello, sports fans. The Pahrump Valley girls golf team is competing for the state title today in Mesquite. In round one yesterday, the Lady Trojans shot a combined 191, 12 strokes behind Douglas High School from Northwest Nevada and 10 strokes ahead of Lowry of Northern Nevada. The girls have finished second in 2 of the last 3 years. COVID canceled the 2020 state tournament. Emily Jent shot an 11 over 46 to lead the Trojan girls yesterday at Oasis Golf Course. Today, the Lady Trojans will try to overcome the 12-stroke deficit at the Palms Golf Club. I'll have a wrap-up of the tournament on Thursday. The Pahrump Valley girls soccer team continues to get recognized. They are ranked first in the 3A and 6th overall in the state. Max Preps named Adriana Avina its Female Athlete of the Week for Nevada, October 4th through 10th. And yesterday, the girls added their 6th shutout in their home win against Boulder City, 3-0. Avina scored all 3 goals for the Lady Trojans, who are now 10-1 in the home stretch for the state playoffs, which are set to begin the first week of November. Good luck, girls. After getting off to an 0-3 start and losing their first league game at Boulder City by 5 points, the Pahrump Valley football team has come roaring back, winning its last 3 league games and securing a league title by a combined score of 115-18. Last Friday night, the Trojans handily beat El Dorado on the road, 40-0. Senior Zach Quaylar led the attack, gaining 172 yards on 13 carries while scoring 4 touchdowns for the Trojans. The team travels to Valley High School for a non-league game this Friday night before having a bye in the first round of the playoffs the following Friday. Speaking of Trojan football, a few weeks ago, each team member was tasked with offering up their away jersey to a PVHS staff member. Coach Joe Clayton said the gesture was to recognize teachers that inspired each of his athletes. The PVHS girls volleyball team were beaten in 3 straight games yesterday, losing to Boulder City 25-19, 25-17, and 25-19 at home. The girls are now 12-7 overall and 3-3 in Mountain League play. The girls traveled to Slam in Henderson on Friday. The Trojan boys soccer team will try to end its 5-game losing streak on Thursday when they play at Slam. The National League Championship Series continues today as the host Los Angeles Dodgers are in a must-win situation in their best-of-7 series against the Atlanta Braves. Heading into this afternoon's contest, the Dodgers trail the Braves 2-0. Over in the American League Championship Series, the Boston Red Sox took a 2-1 series lead with a 12-3 win over the Houston Astros last night in Boston. The 2 teams play Game 4 this evening. If you have any athletes, inspirational stories, or ideas, drop me an email at dougf@kpvm25.tv. Hey, happy birthday, Unette. And now back to the news desk.
Thanks, Doug. Well, navigating the path to college is not easy for first-generation kids. That's why out-of-the-box opportunities like Arizona State University's Hispanic Mother-Daughter program are truly invaluable. Kim Martinez introduces us to a mother and daughter team working side by side to make it into college.
Starting in 8th grade, you're thinking like, oh my gosh, like why would I be learning about college yet?
Samantha Munoz is a senior at Bioscience High School and plans to attend the nursing program at Arizona State University. She got a head start on her college journey as early as 8th grade, thanks to something called the Hispanic Mother-Daughter program at ASU.
The Hispanic Mother-Daughter program has been around since 1984. It is one of ASU's longest standing programs. And it started because the founders truly understood in looking at data that our Latinas were not attending post-secondary education.
ASU put this early outreach program into place to prep middle and high schoolers for college. It's designed to increase the number of first-generation Arizona students enrolling in the university by directly involving the family.
Like I've told her from the get-go, like, you got to take advantage of anything and everything that's offered to you. And I feel like this program has helped her, you know, to reach that next step.
And she's always told me she's never had the confidence to be a leader in school or in her education.
and she's never had somebody to advocate for her.
The resources are invaluable, and the family support priceless.
And we've learned throughout the years that families will be very quick to raise their hand and say, I'm interested, I want to see my child graduate from college. But then we talk about requirements or how to pay for college, and then all of a sudden a parent starts to feel discouraged.
To help parents move past feeling overwhelmed, parent-student teams attend monthly workshops at ASU, and students like Samantha get to work one-on-one with mentors during the 5-year program.
You'll be one of our success stories, and it's very, very exciting just to be able to kind of see it.
Marcela Lopez, who now oversees the Hispanic Mother-Daughter program for ASU, actually graduated from the program herself. She and her staff work with partner school districts around Arizona to actively recruit 7th, 8th, and 9th graders and their parents.
They're always there to help you and guide you through the process because, to be honest, I didn't go to college. So this is all new for me, trying to teach my daughter how she and what she needs to succeed.
I really hope with this program she can see that she can do whatever she puts her mind to. Just like me going to school, that she can do that too.
A shared experience of inspiration, hope, and a life-changing opportunity. Kim Martinez reporting.
Thanks so much, Kim. Well, although it started as helping Hispanic mothers and daughters, over the years it has transitioned to welcome young men along with other family members, as well as all ethnicities. You can learn more online at Arizona State University's website. Just search for HMDP.
News 25 WeatherCam is brought to you by Lerner and Rowe Injury Attorney's Office in Pahrump. In a wreck, need a check? Call 702-877-1500.
Taking a look outside and getting ready for that sunset, looking at the south end of town. We'll find out more about our weather right after this break.
News 25 weather is brought to you by Dairy Council of Nevada. The splash of cream in your coffee, the dollop of sour cream on your burrito, the melted toasty cheese on your pizza. Undeniably delicious, undeniably dairy. Enjoy what's real.
Hi, good evening, Nevada. It's John Kohler from the KPVM Channel 25 Weather Studios. I did that for my secret friends out there. And let's take a look at this weather map. Man, some fantastic fall weather we got. Look at this, Fernley, Fallon, Carson City, all in the low 60s. Tonopah, you're my cool spot today at 58 degrees. Way to go, I'm sending you a little Fonzie trophy. Beatty, 67 degrees, not too bad. Amargosa in Las Vegas, stuck at room temperature at 72 degrees, and that's a pleasant room to be in. 81 degrees out in Death Valley. Perfect time to go visit Death Valley, tell you what. And on your way, why don't you come on through Pahrump? We got 68 degrees for you. 70 just a little bit earlier. 22% humidity, giving us a little bit of cloud cover. Nothing really threatening out there, but it makes for some interesting sunrises and sunset. Speaking of which, sun rose this morning in all its glory and promise for the hope of the new day at 6:55 a.m. And it's setting this evening at 6:02. Darkness has nearly consumed the 6 p.m. hour throughout the land. Maybe one more day of that. Enjoy it. 46 degrees where we're headed tonight. And into the next week, well, let's take a look. Looks like a lot of cloud cover. Yeah, we got clouds for you. Man, cloud on cloud on cloud. Temperatures range from the mid-70s all the way up to 80 degrees just about on Friday. Should be pretty nice, except for that wind's going to start kicking up. And those clouds are going to really start to gather. Temperatures are going to drop down on Monday. We're going to have all kinds of wind. Giant rainstorm event. It'll be so much fun. Get an umbrella and plan for that on Monday. But in the meantime, we got a weekend to look forward to. So let's do that. Back to the desk. Here's Deanna.
Thanks, John. Well, the celebration of life for Dr. William Craig will be this Saturday, October 23rd, beginning at 1 p.m. at the Pahrump Community Church located at 1061 East Wilson Road. Please join his Reflections Healthcare team and the extensive community touched by Dr. Craig as they piece together memories and share stories. You're invited to learn along with them and share your thoughts about the fabulous layers of happiness, drive, motivation, love, intrigue, and generosity which made the doc the man he was. And of course, remember that we are having an event at Petrick Park, the Halloween Spooktacular, and we're looking for groups, individuals, teams, organizations, and anybody who would like to join us, give us a call to register your booth. Of course, it is free, and we're having a little trick-or-treating around that park there. Of course, the Spooktacular is there every year, and they're going to be out there with their games as well. Thanks to everybody who's been joining us and all the candy that's been donated. For more information, you can call or text 775-299-9992. That's 775-299-9992. We want to wish our own Unette Gentry a very special happy birthday, Unette. She is off this week to celebrate her birthday with her family. Happy birthday, and happy birthday to Haruka as well. I'm Deanna O'Donnell. Good night. We'll see you here tomorrow.